Cloudflare is used by over 4.5 million companies and 18% of the websites on the internet right now. Cloudflare is probably most popular for their free content delivery network system, which gets your website to your users faster, and their free SSL, which shows that little padlock at the top to show that your connection is secure with your server to the user. In this video, we're going to show you how to set up your free Cloudflare account and configure it to your WordPress website. Let's go. All right, first thing you're going to do is go to cloudflare.com and set up an account. We don't need to go through the technicalities of this. I'm sure you can follow instructions. Go ahead and confirm everything here. Once you're all set up, you'll be greeted with this dashboard. And we're going to go ahead and add a site. And this is where you type in the domain of the site that you want to protect and accelerate. And the first thing you're going to be greeted with once you set your URL in there is the package that you want to get. And for this video, we're going to do just the free package. The Pro plan is $20 a month, and it's well worth it. And we can talk about that in another video. But for the sake of this one, we're doing just the free version. Now it is scanning for your current DNS records, and you can see that it pulls everything over right here. And we're going to want to go ahead and go over to your domain host and verify that all of the records have in fact moved over to Cloudflare. And Cloudflare is going to have you move the name servers over to their account. So what we're going to do here, we're using GoDaddy. And once you continue in Cloudflare, it'll give you the new name servers. So you just copy them over. Paste them in there, and then save. Now, sometimes this could take a little bit of time to propagate, so we're going to let that sit. So now you can no longer control your DNS through your domain host, rather it's all getting moved over to Cloudflare. So while it's crawling that and configuring that, we could go through a couple of easy steps. I usually turn all of these on. So you have your automatic HTTPS rewrites, always use HTTPS, and then this is for page load speeds. And just go ahead and finish. We'll show you how to set up a few more of those things once we get set up here. But first, we make sure that we've completed the name server setup, and we hit crawl. And it's going to be constantly crawling them. Could take a few hours to update, like I said. In my experience, most of the time it's pretty quick, like 10 minutes. Easy way to figure out if everything transferred over. If you go to your SSL and hit on Edge certificates, this is where it automatically issues you your free SSL. You see that there's no certificates there, meaning that it hasn't locked in your site yet. So our A records, it's still a park domain. I'm going to delete that one because we don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and point this A record to my server where our site is going to be hosted. And I'll just copy and paste that right over here from my server. And we're going to want to keep the proxied status on. This is what hides this IP address from the front end. It's also what secures it with the SSL. And what puts all the caching and content delivery network system in place. So now that we got our records set, that's the same place you'd put your MX records, by the way, for email, TXT records for verification, CNAMEs for rerouting, etc. We just come back in and we check the SSL Edge certificate, and we want to wait till that comes into play. If you come over and refresh at your domain, you can see that your DNS is no longer managed here. You can't do anything with it. And you can see that the Cloudflare name servers are in place. So we're officially done with the domain host, wherever it is, GoDaddy or wherever. And this is real time. We'll just come back and keep checking the Edge certificate. Meanwhile, if you do this and you go to the site, it will show a non-protected site if it is set up with HTTPS. So once that SSL registers, then you'll have a protected site once again. While we're waiting for that, we can come into the members area and let's verify our email address. Let's set up two-factor authentication. Let's get the most out of this free account and make sure that we're secure. You'll need to do these things in order to share or add another user to this. For instance, if you have an agency like us managing your account, you'll need to invite us as users so that you're not sharing your login and password with us. And then you can cut off the agency at any time. We always want you to own your own products, and that's just great advice for whoever you end up hiring. So go ahead and verify your email address first. Follow the instructions there. And then come back over to the members area, and we're going to enable two-factor authentication. And I like to use a mobile app authenticator. We use OTP auth quite often for WordFence and things like that. And it makes it really easy that you could just scan this QR code, pop it in the app. It's always in there. If you keep it all in the same app, whatever it is, you should use the same app. You'll want to enter your code from the authenticator below and then re-enter your password. And then you're going to need to, in order to finalize this, you have to download recovery codes. So you can just download it, save it somewhere safe. These are one-time use passcodes that you can give somebody if somebody did need to access your account or you needed to recover your account. Once you've downloaded those and saved them, then your two-factor is set up. So now you'll need to do that every time you log in. So now just go back to your, here is where so now you need to go back in and actually enable 2FA. And here's where you can now invite somebody. So if you're inviting us, we'll give you an email address that you can use for the invite. And then you could give us specific permissions or whatever agency it is that, for that matter. A lot of options here. And there you go. Now you can see the invite is pending down there, and once you accept, or we accept, we'll be able to manage the account. So now go into websites, and you could click on your website and come down to your Edge certificate. All right, so now you can see that our status is pending validation. So a TXT record has been automatically put in place. Covers the root domain as well as the www version. And look at that. Look at how fast that was. Already back to active now. So now if we go to the website, it will show protected. And that's it. Thanks for watching our video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more digital marketing content and how-tos from the experts at Kodiak. Stick around, check out one of these other videos. And if there's anything else that you'd like to see us explain, demo, walk you through, or give an opinion on, tell us in the comments below, and we'll do our best to put together a video to fit your request. And as Dominic Toretto once said, you could have any beer in this house as long as it's a Corona.